I'm the Golden Goose, and today we're going to be talking about last slot edge orientation, where you take your last F2L pair and use a slightly longer insertion to orient your last 4 edges. For this case, the algorithm goes something like that. In a solve, you can use this in many different ways. So if I just solve my third F2L pair, I'm left with my last 2. And when I pair them together, I'm going to get a case. So this is one of them, and I can solve and orient the edges. And from there, you can use any 2-look-OLL algorithm, and your solves end up being much faster. Now this is my own creation that I came up with the algorithms and the cases myself, and it's super useful and easy to learn because there are only 8 algorithms. Now let's get on to the different cases. Our first case is when we have 3 edges that have been solved. And now to solve the remaining edges, all you have to do is the inverse sexy move. And if you don't know it, it's U, R, U prime, R prime. Moving on to 2 edge-oriented cases, I broke them up into 2 sections, one with 90-degree cases and one with 180-degree cases. So our first one is when you have 2 edges oriented and they're in the back. So the algorithm to fix this is just a sledgehammer, and if you don't know it, it's R prime, F, R, F prime. Next 90-degree angle case is when you have 2 oriented and then they're in the front. The algorithm to fix this is U prime, F prime, U prime, F, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. This is the only 180-degree bar case that we have, and the algorithm is U2, F prime, U, F, U, and then the inverse sexy move. When we have 1 edge oriented, there are 3 different cases. One here, and one here. This is the first one we'll be taking a look at. The algorithm to solve this is U, R prime, U2, and then the righty sledgehammer. Our next case is when you have the edge to the left, and then the algorithm goes U2, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, and then the sledgehammer. Last 1 edge oriented case is when you have it closest to you, and then it's a very long algorithm that I don't actually recommend learning. I actually recommend inserting the pair and then doing whatever orientation you have. But anyway, here's the algorithm. U2, R, U prime, R prime, U2, F prime, U prime, F, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. When you have no edges oriented, it's much like the last case, in where I don't recommend learning this algorithm. So, the algorithm goes as follows, anyway. U prime, F prime, U prime, F, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, and then the sledgehammer. So using this in a solve, I've already scrambled it off camera, but if I quickly just get to the actual part where we have my orientation, you can see that I can use it in a solve. So after I have my case, I can orient all the edges, and then from there I can just use one of the 2-look-OLL algorithms and then a field algorithm. So I think it's pretty useful. Okay, so that's all I really had planned, but if you want to see a printable copy of all my algorithms, that will be in the description below. Also, since all my algorithms for this case, they were only for that case, I'm going to make another variation where it's on this side. Look forward to that in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for upcoming videos and tutorials like this.